So I received a WhatsApp message from Naveen Kasturia with a link to the trailer we're about to watch. And I was like, okay, on it. It was that simple. That's the kind of relationship we have. We just cut straight to it. No need for all the
preamble.
The preamble and the niceties. We just cut straight to it.
Like, here's a link.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Exactly. I say good because he knows he's already asking me, how are you? I just randomly text that from time to time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just perpetually asking me. That was a joke that didn't land too well. Okay. Hello people, I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi there!
We're looking at Happily Ever After, the official trailer. Episode 1 is out now, according to the heading of the title here, with Naveen Kasturia. And this is from The Zoom Studios. This is also starring not just Naveen Kasturia, but Harshita Gaur, Shruti Das, Gurpreet Saini. I mean, I look at that as Saint, like Saini, but Saini, say. We're spending way too much time on that. Shivankit Parihar. So here we go.
Avni Mehni Datta, roll number 3, class 9C, modern school, Barakhambar. This is Ronnie Bagchi, Secret Heart, Mumbai.
Come straight to the point. Mr. Imran Hashmi, you'll have to earn it.
Kiss मांग रहा हूँ, Bonville थोड़ी.
तुम दोनों ना made for each other हो.
Oh.
ऐसे करना था ये. आपका फोन में दिखा है.
Wow.
लाइफ पे फोकस करें.
कल फैमिली कोड जाओ.
What? हम प्रॉपर वेडिंग करेंगे यार. ढोल नगाड़े, डोली शोली, ड्रंकन पंजाबी, some prime destination.
Drunken Punjabi.
Bang यार.
चल सीते, तेरी अग्नि परीक्षा का वक्त आ गया है.
Oh hey.
Hello ma'am, checking in.
Checking you out.
Okay.
स्टाइल के चक्कर में पे लगवा लो.
Cheers. यार ये पंजाबियों ने शादी को कनाडा समझ लिया. आए ही जा रहे हैं. हाँ होटल तो मेरे बाप का है ना. जितने चाहे रूम बुक करा लो.
उससे ज़्यादा दारू के बजट पे ध्यान दो.
Okay. Priorities.
दो लोग पी गए.
Wow. There's always that guy.
मासी ये क्या कर दिया आपने बेड़ी तोड़ दिया. अब वो पता है हमारे बजट की कितनी बैंड बजी हुई है.
Wait, what the? Was it the front desk guy?
Maybe. It's definitely the lady. What?
सॉरी यार. जीते एक बार है, मरते एक बार. प्यार भी एक ही बार करते हैं. शादी कभी कभार दूसरी बार भी करनी पड़ती है, तो अच्छे से करनी चाहिए.
तुम्हारी मामा को लगता है मुझे कोई मिलेगा नहीं. हमारे बेटे ने एहसान किया है इस पे.
क्या करो तुम कमरे में? अभी बोलूँगा तो बुरा लग जाएगा तुम्हें.
नहीं बोलो ना, तुम बोल तो रहे ही हो.
I feel sorry for that guy in the middle.
बात करो टीचर से.
I just caught that. That was meta.
That was funny. This is cute. The whole wedding thing is such good fodder for a web series because so much drama can come out of this one event. It's like one of the most stressful times in your life, I think. I just remember my sister's wedding and how stressed out she was planning the whole thing. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be enjoying it? Isn't this supposed to be fun? I feel like there's so much pressure.
Well, there's also the aspect of someone's a divorcee between these two.
Well, yeah, there's that as well.
I mean, that's a pretty big deal. I wonder how much of a thing that is in India. I have not heard any conversation about this. I guess because the divorce rate isn't very high.
Yeah.
So it's not very often you'd encounter something like this where you'd be marrying someone who's already been married before.
Right.
Whereas in the States, that's quite a frequent thing. There are people who are in like their third, fourth marriages. At that point, I'm like, why are you even?
Yeah, like,
So-
forget it. It's so much easier to split up if you're not married, you know?
You're obviously dreaming a dream there. It's just not gonna give up. Fifth time's not the charm. So that's America, but I guess it doesn't happen very often in India. The interesting thing is like, this immediately reminds me of when I was, because I think about this every once in a while, like every 6 months, I think about this. I was interested in this woman at a bank. She was my bank teller when Chase was Washington Mutual. So this was years ago.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And it was in Studio City, and she was super cute. I was too afraid to talk to her directly, so I spoke to one of her coworkers, and I asked about her. He's like, I think she's married. Somehow a conversation happened between me and her. She goes, yeah, I used to be married. And she was, at the time, 21, divorced at 19. So it was some like kind of really young love kind of thing. Got married and divorced really early. In my mind, I'm like, well, you sound like a bag of mistakes. So I walked away. I couldn't even finish it because I'm so embarrassed by the story. I sometimes I think about that. I'm like, that was really shameful and pathetic of me. Like, why would I judge someone like that? I mean, I'm not perfect. So
well, you've grown up now.
Yeah.
So I think you would be much more open to getting married to a divorcee.
That's wishful thinking on ACHARA's part.
What? How rude.
All this to say, if you meet someone who's wonderful, who cares? And I really hope that the show explores that. I mean, this is just off the trailer. We could watch the first episode and find out what's going on, but like, I really hope the show explores the fact that just because that's happened to you, if it's happened twice or 3 times, okay, like I get you being upset, and maybe that's not something you want to keep going with because you could be the next notch in that person's belt of divorces, right?
Or you could be the one that lasts forever.
Like I said. So what I'm getting at is, if on the off chance you encounter someone who's been divorced, it's not the end of the world. It's not that big of a deal. I hope the show does for that conversation what Badai Ho does for the conversation explored in that, or Article 15. I hope that this is actually produces some kind of conversation for those who watch it, because it is an interesting topic that I have yet to see in another Indian film or show or whatever that I can recall at the very least. And that might be because it's not something that a lot of people encounter, but I'm pretty sure it's something that will come up more as India becomes more progressive and open to dissolving a marriage when it's not working.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pressure in staying in this marriage, especially if it's arranged and all that stuff, and you don't want to disappoint your family or your parents.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of people involved in a marriage, it seems. Like, because you're not just marrying that one person, you're basically marrying into the whole family. So there's that situation. But I feel like Naveen's character doesn't really care about that. If anything, it seems like the woman cares about it more, and perhaps like all the families involved, maybe.
Okay, so this was happening really fast between the cuts and the subtitles, and I was like having to dart my eyes up and down. Who was divorced between the two of them? Because I thought it was Naveen.
I thought it was the girl.
Okay, well, there you go. Sorry. Like that part just went over my head because everything was happening so fast.
Yeah, I thought it was the girl, but it was moving really fast, so there is a chance that I got it wrong.
Well, whatever the case is, I think that it's an interesting conversation nonetheless. The other part of this is that he just wants to get married. He just wants something simple. Go to the courthouse, bing, bang, boom,
done.
Yeah. Get out, get it done. She wants to have a whole shebang, shaboozle, bamboozle.
The big deal.
But I mean,
there is something super fun about that, and I think especially
for everybody else.
Well,
I
think for a lot of women, a wedding day is something that we dream about ever since we were little kids. I didn't really have that because for me, growing up, there was never this pressure to have a wedding because my parents didn't have one. They got married in a courthouse. There were not any pictures of the wedding around. My mom never made it a thing to be like, oh, you know, when you get married or whatever. She's like, I don't really care. My dad said, if you want to elope, that's totally fine by me. In fact, my older sister, she eloped and got married in Las Vegas. It was really good fun for them, just them and their close friends, no one else, and it's not a big deal. My younger sister, however, did have that big dream wedding, and that's what she wanted.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that, and from my recollection, that was incredibly stressful for her.
It was so stressful, like the tears, the like, oh my god, how can we afford this? The family drama.
And why is Jaby so sick?
Yeah.
I got horribly sick.
Yeah, why?
I think your sister poisoned me.
No, I don't think so.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She just shanked me.
She didn't.
Like, why do I feel? Why am I bleeding from the
Why are
stomach?
you bleeding out? I'm like, shut up, Jaby. I want to dance.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
go tend to your wounds.
Some of this is true. Some of this is not a joke. So anyway, that part of the conversation has been explored before, but what they showed here that I have not seen elsewhere in Indian content is the drinking thing, like basically supplying a lot of alcohol for,
Well, I mean, I don't know the cultural joke here, but it seems to be she's saying that Punjabis love to party and Punjabis love to drink. I don't know about the drinking part.
Am I wrong in that Punjabis have like the party music?
Yes!
Okay,
Bhangra rocks. Like,
well, there you go.
That music comes on, and anywhere I am, I'll be like jumping up and down, doing all the dance moves. I'm like, woo, yeah. I'm into it. It's so much fun, and I totally buy it that Punjabis are the party people. But I've never heard about the, like, lots and lots of drinking. But that's normal for any wedding, I feel. It's smart to have a big budget for alcohol. I think I maybe went to one wedding where it was not an open bar. And people were pissed. Like, you need to provide alcohol at a wedding, okay? You need to fuel the dancing. You need to fuel the family drama.
Shivankit Parihar is the dude we hung out with at TVF. Well, one of many people we hung out with at TVF.
Yeah.
But he's also like one of my favorites from TVF. The voice quality that he has and like his humor, his timing and everything.
Yeah, he's great.
I think he's just one of the best that came from TVF. TVF is almost like Saturday Night Live in a way, even though TVF doesn't just do comedy. They do a lot of like actual full-blown shows and whatnot. For me, he's just one of those standout people that I just love to watch. Every time he shows up, I just get happy.
Yeah, it's like TVF is a great breeding ground for wonderful talent. It's so cool to see all these people doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us, and be sure to follow Naveen Kasturia on the social media, Instagram and whatnot, and ACHARA KIRK as well, and her YouTube channel, youtube.com/ACHARA. That's ACHARA.
Wow, you sound like an infomercial.
Yep.
I love it.
Anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we drop another video. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.